the fire woman who boils water with her hands, the little girl who pulls a carrot with her mind, and Loli who drags a carrot with great strength, the weird twins who can't see the light, Lily who is so light that she can't fly at will, and a puppeteer who manipulates puppets. The family was eating when a bee flew out of the boy's mouth. In order not to disturb the family, he puts on a mask and inhales the bee. Then the little girl takes a chicken leg and puts it behind her head, and in no time at all, she's left with the bone. Miss Pei even wiped her mouth. They came to Miss Pei's school to avoid being chased, just to let Miss Pei protect them. That night, Jack saw Grandpa lying on the ground with no eyes left. Grandpa told him that you must leave this place, go back to September 3rd, 1943, and go to the island to look for Miss Pei, and she will tell you everything. The next day, Jack came to the island with his father. When he saw the castle, it was in ruins. In order to solve the problem, Jack boldly went inside, suddenly saw a figure appeared in front of his eyes, scared him to run just to the downstairs. He saw a few spooky children poking their heads out. A turn of the head fell to the ground, fainted. When he woke up, he saw a few people that his grandfather once said had supernatural powers. They took Jack into the cave, and when they came out, they had traveled to 1943, a time of war, and came to the castle to meet the legendary Miss Pei. She's the one Grandpa said could turn into a bird, and the weird kid in the house. After dinner, Miss Pei invites Jack to an event and prepares to show off her powers. Just then, the bomber arrived. A plane suddenly attacked. A bomb landed from the sky, and when it was about to hit the ground and explode, Miss Pei pressed the pocket watch to stop time, followed by turning the pocket watch to turn back the clock, and so control the time, repeating every day to live an isolated life. Jack came home and saw a letter left by his grandfather and realized that he was killed. While his father was sleeping, Jack sneaked away and came to see Miss Pui to ask how his grandfather died. Miss Pei won't let him get involved. To find out the truth, Jack came to see Lily. Lily took him to the secret base. After entering the secret base, Lily used her power to blow the water inside, and it disappeared instantly. She took out the information that her grandfather had asked her to keep and found that she had seen this person before. Lily told Jack that this man is their boss, specializing in hunting psychics. In order to be immortal, he caught a lot of time birds to do experiments and wanted to use them to achieve the purpose of immortality. Unexpectedly, the experiment failed and turned them into invisible monsters without eyes. The only way to maintain their human form is to keep eating the eyeballs of the aliens. Miss Pui told Jack that only you can see the monsters. That day, Jack came to the beach and saw a corpse without eyes. Jack realized something was wrong and rushed to inform Miss Pui. But on his way to the castle, he found someone following him. It turned out to be John, the monster's boss. He threatened Jack to take him to Miss Pei. For the sake of the children's safety, Miss Pei turned into a bird and got into a cage. After Miss Peggy was captured, they took up weapons to protect themselves. Just then, the monster arrived. They escaped out the window. The little girl used her mind to make the branch stretch, and after the children had passed, the monster came after them. The monster jumped out of the windowsill. A bomb fell from the sky. Lily hugged Jack and took off her shoes and jumped straight down. The time circle was destroyed. In order to save Miss Pei, Jack remembers that there is a ship at the bottom of the sea. They dive into the bottom of the sea to retrieve the sunken ship. Lily uses her power to blow out the water, and the fire woman lights the boat to provide power. With everyone's efforts, the ship finally saw the light of day. They steer the ship to the monster's lair. Jack lures them out, uses blood and marshmallows to make them visible, and then has the puppeteer put a heart on the skeleton and sends out an army of skeletons. After a fight, the monsters were quickly destroyed. They arrived at the lair. The puppeteer revived the elephant to save Fire Girl and came to Frownsing Man and stomped him to death. The wolf girl was then petrified by the twins. Just then, Jack arrives at the room where the bird of time is kept. John follows him and is seen by Lily, who blows her breath against the wall, and in a moment, Lily can't do it anymore. John walks up to the door and turns his hand into an axe and chops at the door. At the critical moment, Jack finally opens the cage and rescues Miss Pei. Suddenly, Lily came over and opened the door to see to Jack's. They were confused and couldn't tell who was real and who was fake. At that moment, a monster came from behind and grabbed John and killed him by gouging out his eyes. Jack then shoots the monster. Jack says goodbye to the kids and goes back to his own world. Jack went to his grandpa's house, saw that he was safe and sound, and told his grandpa about his experience. Then he gives him a book and encourages him to find Lily. In the end, the two live happily ever after. This is the 2016 American movie, Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children. The story is thrilling yet tender. A young boy discovers that his grandfather's eyes have been taken away, and decides to search for the legendary Miss Peregrine to find the truth. When he arrives at his destination, he finds nothing there, and when he is discouraged, he is taken by the strange children to Miss Peregrine's fantasy castle, where many interesting things happen, but he also learns that his grandfather was killed by a monster. The monster kidnaps Miss Pei, and he and the weird kids defeat the monster and rescue Miss Pei. The story tells us that age is not a problem. Even children are more useful than adults. I am Zero Sense Film. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, comment and subscribe to my channel. See you next time.